2022. It is going to be an exciting contest here. Who is going to get to that checkered flag? So the car's just lining up. Richard Buckley in pole, Jack Chapman second, David Nixon, Ian Dowler, Ian Bolton. There's a lot of revving going on. Christopher Bolton, David Thompson, Carl Green. For the first time in 2022, the Cherished Insurance MG Cup is go, go, go. And it's a good start by Buckley and Chapman. Look at David Nixon, he's trying to go down the inside, but it's going to be Buckley who takes the lead. And I'm just having a look over the other side. Oh my word, there's big collision there. Dave Nixon and Jack Chapman have come together down at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. And Nixon almost got a little bit airborne there. The car's still going, but I think that's probably their race over. Chapman and Nixon coming together. We've got a yellow flag as Richard Buckley runs away with it. Looks like he's got Ian Dowler in second place. Oh my word, will that bring out the red flag? It is, it's red flag. The red flag is out. So the red flag is out for this race. Wow, drama, drama. Wow, okay, big drama here already early doors in this race. Red flag, it looks like it's Jack Chapman and Dave Nixon coming together at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. So they're going to come back onto the grid and line up. Gives us a little bit more time actually, doesn't it, I suppose, to maybe run through things again a little bit. But yeah, high drama here at Brands Hatch. Jack Chapman, Dave Nixon coming together. You can see that's Jack, isn't it, down at the bottom, buried in Paddock Hill Bend. Dave Nixon almost got a bit of airborne actually in that too. Wow, big drama indeed early on here. The opening race is not what you want for the opening race of the season, is it? But it is motorsport, it does happen. And we have the red flag for race one of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Wow, wow, wow. Cars back on the grid. Just starting to line up, but we could be here for a few minutes or so yet. I believe there's going to be another green flag lap as well. So Richard Buckley takes his place again at the start of the grid. There's a gap now where Chapman was and Nixon. So Dowler in fourth. And because we haven't completed a lap, I assume they will just line back up in qualifying order. So Buckley on pole. Unfortunately, Chapman and Nixon look like they're both out of this race. Certainly Chapman is. Jack Chapman, Dowler in fourth, then Bolton in fifth. That's Ian Bolton, Christopher Bolton in sixth, David Thompson in seventh, Carl Green in eighth, Steve Tyler in ninth, Ashley Woodward in 10th, Stephen Hiley in 11th, Aaron Ross in 12th, John Gill 13th, Joel Roy Hiley in 14th, Marcus Short in 15th, G Boggs in 16th, Simon Fraser in 17th, Gregory Elwood in 18th. Simon Lowry also could not start this race due to a problem in qualifying. So we've lost 3 cars, unfortunately. It is motorsport, it does happen. I can tell you actually, and I'm really pleased to say, Jack Chapman is going again around the track under his own steam, albeit slowly, of course, to come back to the pits. I would probably, I think it'll be a miracle if he rejoins here, but who knows. You can see him now on your screen. That is Jack Chapman, started second place. They're coming together with Dave Nixon down into Paddock Hill. And yeah, there's quite a bit of damage, I think, isn't there, on the car. So red flag early on. These things happen. It is motorsport, don't forget. But we're still looking forward to an exciting race one here for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup here at Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit as well. Now, straight after this race, of course, we will have the first race for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup 2. We're going to have to stay live for both. We just don't have time in between to cut off. As I said, we almost got caught out a little bit here too. We were not expecting the schedule to be half hour ahead. This race was scheduled to start at 3:05. So as you can tell, at 2:35 that we are now or so, it was a bit of a shock. That is Dave Nixon's car. I don't know if, Leon, you can pan the camera, right? The car right at the very back. That's Dave Nixon's car. I think the stewards are just having a look at it. Front bumper looks like it might be just hanging off a little bit. Jack Chapman's just come into the pits as well. That is his race run. Let's hope it's not the weekend. This is race 1. There's still another race to come later this afternoon as well. Due to get underway at 5 o'clock. It's probably going to be about 4:30 now instead. And I think they're just having a look at Nixon's car. Can Dave Nixon carry on? Now, if you missed it a little bit earlier, we were in the paddock with the MG Cup drivers. Do go back and watch it. Head over to the MG Cup on Facebook, or head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube channel. There's actually a link to that, to Live Sport Now. If you love your motorsport, you love your sport, then Live Sport Now is the place to be in 2022. We've got live motorsport, of course, live golf, live handball, and live football to be bringing you this year. It's a jam-packed year of live sport. It's live, it's free, it's in HD. It's Live Sport Now on YouTube. Give it a click and hit subscribe. So Nixon's car pulls into the pits. I think it's that the marshal's done a great job. Probably said sorry, there's a bit too much damage. So I'm just seeing, are we going to have a green flag lap? That was my understanding. But they are going to do another formation lap, line up, and it will be lights out for the second time. And Richard Buckley has a bit of a gap, hasn't he? With second and third out of the race. Ian Dowler is now his main threat there in the yellow and red MG. And so the green flag lap now, so we are going to have another formation lap. This is not the race start. This is not the race start. We will come round, line up, and we will go racing very shortly. Well, high drama indeed. Let's just pop that grid order back up onto the screen for you. Of course, it's now going to be minus Chapman and Nixon as the cars make their way up to Druids. You can see that was your qualifying order a little bit earlier, as I said before. Unfortunately, second and third are now out of the race, Chapman and Nixon, so they will not be lining up. So Buckley has a bit of breathing space from Ian Dowler in second. Big drama, but it's excitement, it's motorsport. We love it. And speaking to the drivers a little bit earlier in the paddock, they love it too. As I said, we were down in the paddock. We did our now famous paddock walks with the MG Cup drivers. Do go back and watch it because it's a cracking insight. We caught up with Richard Buckley. We caught up with a number of drivers down there as well. So we caught up with Stephen Hiley. We caught up with Simon Lowry as well. Unfortunately, out of qualifying, had to park up. It did cause a red flag in qualifying, unfortunately. They did manage to get back going. I've just seen Dave Nixon's car. If you know Brands Hatch, we're in the inner paddock, of course. To get to the outer paddock, you have to just drive through a little tunnel, literally at the apex of Paddock Hill Bend, and I've just seen Dave Nixon's Rover Tomcat go that way. So it's a shame, but it is motorsport. So Nixon and Chapman out of the race already, and Buckley is going to line up a very lonely first place with Dowler second on track, but lining up in the fourth grid slot. So here they go for the second time. The cars are just starting to line up now. Get the heart rate going, the pulse is set, the nerves are jangling. It's time to do it all again. The cars at the back just lining up. You can see the two MGFs at the back just taking position. I can hear the engines roaring for the second time in 2022. We're going to try and get race one underway. It's time to go racing. Here we go. The engines are revving. We've got the green flag. And it's time for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup to go, go, go. It's a great start by Buckley. It's a terrible start for Dowler. He got completely bogged down and he's been swamped off the line as Ian Dowler. He's dropped back like you wouldn't believe. What a shame that is. But Buckley into the lead, comfortably holding first place, and we've got a bit of a gap already. But this time, everybody's safely through Paddock Hill Bend, up the hill into Druids. Round they go, and someone's steaming through the back. I'm not too sure it was. A little bit of a lock-up, but making up a couple of places. We'll check the TSL very, very shortly. But here they come down. Look at Ian Dowler. Unfortunately, drops well down the order, trying to go up the inside. and he makes that one stick. I believe that's Dave Thompson. He's just got through, hasn't he? He has, but Dave Thompson is biting straight back at him now. So there they go, safely round. We're going to now complete our first lap of the 2022 season for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup here at Brands Hatch. They've got to do it all again a little bit later as well, but it is Buckley leading the way, as you can see, as the first lap is completed of a brand new and exciting season. And we've got, Seth Curry, Carl Green absolutely flying as well. Oh, it gets so exciting, motorsport, doesn't it? I have missed it, I really have. Boy, oh boy, is it good to be back. We've got a jam-packed year ahead. It's Buckley from Bolton and Bolton, 74 and 84. Then Green flying, as we said. Woodward's dropped back to 5th. Then Tyler in 6th. Dowler has now made up a place in 7th. He was 2nd. He is now in 7th. Thompson in 8th. Then Hiley in 9th. Then Ross, Gill, Hiley, Fraser, Bogshaw, Elwood. Of course, the two Bolton cars, 74 is Ian Bolton, 84 is Christopher Bolton. It's Ian Bolton in 2nd place as it stands at the minute. And here they come once again, and Ian Bolton is not really going to be keeping Richard Buckley a little bit honest here. It's Class C is Buckley. There's a few different classes out there. Carl Green is going very well indeed too. There is in Gallagher in Class B. Woodward in Class C coming over the line too. So a 20-minute race in total, only 2.5 minutes down so far. Qualifying was in the 58 seconds. So we're going to get quite a lot of laps here. Wonderful track, great vantage point we've got here at the top of the media centre. I can see the Metro cars just coming down now. They're going to make their way to assembly. They're out straight after. We are going to stay live for that race as well. And here they come once again. Starting to settle into a natural rhythm now, isn't it? Although we're going to have a battle right at the very front. Buckley and Bolton, it's all the bees at the minute, isn't it? Carl Green is now starting to come into the mix in 4th place. Watch out for him. He's flying. The car 130, the green and grey. So Ian Bolton starting to put a lot of pressure on Richard Buckley. Christopher Bolton coming under a lot of pressure from Carl Green. Here they come around now. To complete another lap here. The season well and truly underway now. And look at this, Carl Green is going to go around the outside of Bolton. And Carl Green streams through. I mean, you would expect that in a different class. He is in a quicker car. He's going to be gunning down for Richard Buckley here. Carl Green, a man on the move, absolutely flying in his Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup race here at Brands Hatch. It's race 1. We've got to do it all again a little bit later. Race 2 scheduled for about 5 o'clock, although I think it's going to be a little bit sooner than that. And Buckley's coming under a lot of pressure from Ian Bolton. To remind you, there's a number of classes here as well. 4 classes in total. ABC, we have the invitational class as well. And the Boltons are in Class C, along with Richard Buckley. Carl Green in the invitation class. And he's absolutely flying, he really is. He's now all over the back and he's making a move. Always try to have a little look down the inside into Paddock Hill on Ian Bolton, but Ian shuts the door and says, not yet, you might be quicker than me, you probably will get past, but you're going to have to work a little bit harder than that. So it's important, this Buckley and Bolton, the two Boltons, Ian and Christopher, are in this mix. They're all Class C, really going for this. Ian Dowler has really come back through the field as well, hasn't he? Ian Dowler in Class B, flying once again. Picked up the honours last year. Here he is now. Dropped down to 8th place off the line, got really bogged down. He's had a lot of work to do, and so far he's done a lot of work to get himself back into contention in this race. Great stuff from Ian Dowler. Must be in the name. And this time Carl Green looks like he's going to come flying past Ian Bolton, and he does. Remember, it is on-track race, of course, but they are different classes. Green in the invitation class, but it's Buckley and Bolton going toe-to-toe in Class C for first and second. Christopher Bolton just a little bit further back in 4th, a 3rd in class, and then Ian Dowler first in Class B, just coming up towards Druids now. And look, Green is going to be streaming right past Buckley very shortly too. In fact, it's probably going to be on the straight, isn't it? So it's Buckley, Green, then we've got the 2 Boltons of Ian and Christopher, then we've got Ian Dowler, then we've got Thompson, Woodward, Tyler, then we've got Steve Hiley, Ross Gill, Hiley, Short, Boggs, Fraser, Elwood. 16 runners in this race. It's go, 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 it's frantic. Here we go. Can Carl Green get enough speed? I don't think he's going to be able to do it this time around. Not quite close enough to get past Buckley on this lap. It looks like it's coming soon though, isn't it? We've still got just under 13 minutes of this race to go. We're not even halfway through yet here at Brands Hatch. Remember, this is your show. Comment below, tell us what you think. We want to hear from you. Get the shout outs for the drivers you're supporting. If we get a chance, we will read them out. We want to hear from you. We are racing again in 2022 here with the MG Car Club. What an absolute treat. And what a beautiful day we have had so far. We've come to the top of the media centre to give you the best possible look with our camera. And of course, after the races, we will go chat to the drivers, especially after race 2. We'll start the broadcasting assembly, catch up with the drivers, catch up with them after the race 2. Of course, for this one, we're well ahead of schedule, about 30 minutes ahead of schedule. We weren't quite expecting that, hence the reason why we were caught a little bit on the hop, to be honest. And Buckley is still ahead of Green. Ian Bolton in 3rd, Christopher Bolton in 4th. So far, Stephen Hiley ahead of his son. But different classes as well. So that would probably explain that. Short, just see Short coming through in Class A. Currently running in 12th place overall. Running a Class A car. A beautiful car. I used to have a Rover 214, my first ever car. Very sad when unfortunately it just went kaput. So here we go. They're coming around now, and Buckley's still got the lead. They're starting to come up to a couple of back markers. The MGS of Fraser and Elgood here. And Ian Bolton's still right in the mix here too. And Ian Dowler is about to be making Chris Bolton. Dowler is going to move up to 4th place very shortly. Not this time though. Can't quite get through. And the back markers get out of the way. And it's still Buckley from Green as they come around Graham Hill Bend. That really, it's a real hard corner, that left-hander. You're coming downhill, you're carrying a lot of speed. It's very, very easy to carry too much speed, run very wide. We've more than once we've seen the cars go off there onto the grass and they lose an awful lot of time and then bring a bit of dirt back onto the track. We haven't seen it quite yet today. If you are just tuning in, hello, welcome. Tell us where you're watching from. We want to hear from you. Dramatic start to the race. Lights out, first corner. Unfortunately, Chapman and Dave Nixon had it coming together into Paddock Hill. Both retired from the race, unfortunately. Simon Lowry had to retire the car in qualifying. So we have 16 runners in this race. It's Buckley, Green, Ian Bolton, and Ian Dowler now. He's got the inside line, and he takes 4th place from Chris Bolton. So Dowler in Class B is absolutely flying. So on the restart to this race, it was Ian Dowler who got bogged down quite dramatically at the start. Dropped all the way down to 8th place. He's now fought his way back up to 4th. But he's first in Class B, looking almost untouchable. And Richard Buckley is doing particularly well here to hold Carl Green back. It's a great battle at the top. Carl Green in the invitation class. Buckley gunning for Class C honours. Ian Bolton in third is also Class C. And I'll tell you so, I've just seen Carl Green's car. It's just come past me on a start-finish straight, and the bonnet, oh, it's flapping about all over the place. It's still down, as you can see, but I don't know if that's normal. We'll have to ask Carl and find out, but it looked like it was about to pop up at any moment. He had a little sniffer, Richard, down into Paddock Hill, but couldn't quite make it work. He's now all over the back of him. Is it only a matter of time? We've still got 8.5 minutes of this race left to go. There's still plenty of time for Green to make a move on Buckley, but can Buckley carry on holding out? He's done a great job so far. What about Ian Bolton, currently in third place? Perhaps he's just sat there thinking, yeah, okay guys, you go for it. If you make a mistake, boom, we're going to come straight through for you. We've got a great battle going on as well at the back between Elgood and Fraser, 85 and 128, the MGFs. And I can tell you, Fraser has just got past Elgood. A lovely battle between those two forming right now. Boggs as well has got past Hiley. That's Joel Roy Hiley, not Steve Hiley, the son of Steve Hiley. So 8 minutes of this race to go. Wow, we've seen drama, we've seen action, we've seen so much already. Qualifying was a treat as well. We had a short red flag in that one too, due to a retirement. And then we've had our paddock walks. If you missed them earlier, do go back. The content, wherever you're watching this right now, you can go back and watch all of our paddock walks as well. We did one with the MG Cup, we did one with the Metro Cup as well, and it was an awful lot of fun. So Buckley is still holding on to the outright lead from Carl Green. Green has been on his tail really for the last 4 or 5 laps, perhaps even a little bit longer than that, and just cannot find a way through. And Ian Bolton is just sat there in third like a predator. He's just waiting. Probably knows that realistically might not have the outright speed, but could this be a tactical thing? Let them battle it out. Let's see. Anything can happen. We saw it at turn 1. This is motorsport. This is why we love sport in general, isn't it? It's the unpredictable. There's no script. No one has a clue what's going to go on. And Green again has a little look at Buckley, but can't quite make it stick. Do get your comments in. We want to hear from you. Buckley is doing an awesome defensive job here. There's any young aspiring drivers out there, watch Richard Buckley, because he's doing a great job of stopping Carl Green from getting past at the minute. Just have a look where other battles are out on the track for you. I mean, there's always something going on everywhere, isn't there? This is what we love about it so much. As I said before, the two MBS at the back, Fraser Elgood, having a good scrap between themselves as well. Fraser's now ahead of Elgood. We just had a battle between Boggs and Joel Roy Hiley. Boggs is now up to 13th place. So it's Buckley, Green, Ian Bolton, then it's Ian Dowler. Then we've got Chris Bolton in 5th, Thompson in 6th, Woodward in 7th, Tyler in 8th, Hiley in 9th, that's Steve Hiley, Ross in 10th, Gill in 11th, Short in 12th, Boggs in 13th, Joel Roy Hiley in 14th, Fraser and Elgood 15th and 16th respectively. They are your 16 runners and riders. We did have a 19-car grid, as I said, 2 retirements early on from Nixon and Chapman, and we lost Larry in qualifying a little bit earlier, and still Buckley is ahead of Carl Green in this race. Incredible stuff, really, really incredible stuff. It's all action, it's all excitement. It's why we love this sport so much. It really, really is. Can Buckley hold on? I'm just trying to see, I've just lost him actually. Oh, there he goes, he's just coming down now. And again, Green unable to find a way through. Oh, this is fantastic driving from both drivers. Back marker sensibly just getting out of the way. I think that is Joel Roy Hiley, just moving out of the way. I can see a Short as well, just lapping the MGS, who, as I said before, they've been having a cracking battle. Fraser and Elgood, that's been quite enjoyable as well, I have to say. A lot going on the track actually too. Just seeing what we've got. There's a really nice battle forming between Tyler and Hiley, 8th and 9th respectively. They're having a cracking ding-dong out on track. Tyler in 8th, Hiley in 9th. They're having a really good battle out there. Hiley trying to go the long way around, but it's not going to work there. They're about to come onto the start-finish straight whilst we just focus on this lead battle. We've got 4 minutes of this race left to go. That is all. Oh, and very close. Hiley trying to have a good look, I think. Was it Ross? Sorry, it's Aaron Ross. Oh, apologies, it's Ross. Trying to have a real good look at Hiley there as they go up into Druids. Unable to do anything this time, but he's all over the track. He's trying to take different lines. He's trying to get a good run on Hiley. So Ross right in the mix with Hiley and Tyler with a good battle. 8th, 9th and 10th. Tyler, Hiley and Ross. They're having a great fight out on track as well. Number 37, 55 and 33. That's worth keeping our eye on. And Buckley still holds off Carl Green. Remember on the Brands Hatch Indy circuit, or just over a mile around, qualifying was best lap time so far belongs to Green, a 56.633. So with 3 minutes to go, we're still going to get 3 laps in, aren't we? So it's still plenty of time, but so far Green has been stuck behind Buckley for the last 10 laps and just can't get through. As wants to get the back markers, the 2 MGFs just get out of the way. What a great drive this is by both drivers. A fantastic example of race driving this really is from Richard Buckley, Carl Green. As I said before, Ian Bolton is still in there. He's in 3rd place. He's dropped back quite a fair bit now, hasn't he? He's I'll tell you, as he goes over the line, Ian Bolton is 9 seconds behind the leaders, but he's up there. Ian Dowler, recovery drive from him, started in 2nd, thanks to Nixon and Chapman's retirement, dropped down to 8th, back up to 4th place, first in Class B. Then we've got Chris Bolton in 5th, we've got Thompson in 6th, Woodward in 7th, Tyler in 8th, we've got Hiley in 9th, Ross in 10th, that's a good battle, 8th, 9th and 10th, and Gill in 11th, Short in 12th, Boggs in 13th, Hiley in 14th, Fraser 15th, Elgin in 16th. Oh, and Ross has got past Hiley as well, I can tell you that has been brewing for some time. We've got oil on the track. Oh, and someone's off at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. I think, I'm trying to see who it is, and I think it's Gill, number 36. John Gill, I believe, and it's red flagged, 2nd red flag in the race. We have a red flag for this race, and with 1.5 minutes to go, I will be amazed if they restart this. So you never want to end a race under red flag, but we've got double waved yellows, we've got a red flag, there is oil on the track, and I believe, I'm just trying to see, I believe it's John Gill out of the race in the gravel trap at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. Oh no, what a shame. What a real shame that is. The cars are going to come back actually. I know, checkered flag. I've got checkered flag on TSL. I'm just trying to see, are they going to wave it? They are going to wave the checkered flag, so that is going to be the end of the race. So checkered flag comes out, and it's going to be Richard Buckley is going to take it. He has held off an almighty battle from Carl Green. Fantastic stuff. Dowler. Oh, it's Dowler who comes home in... No, that can't be right. Let me get this. We haven't had a couple of offs, have we? Because the Boltons have suddenly just dropped down massively. I can't believe that's right. So Ian Bolton here has dropped down to 6th. Chris Bolton's dropped down to 7th, according to TSL. Let's pop TSL up onto the screen so you can see for yourself how things have panned out here. And let's see if we can, for the 2nd time today, a little bit of confusion. There's a bit of confusion in qualifying. In fact, TSL wasn't working, so we weren't really sure who was on pole position. But what we do know is that Richard Buckley and Carl Green have given us an almighty Titanic tussle at the top, a sort of Hamilton-Verstappen-esque battle, won in the end by Richard Buckley. Carl Green coming home in 2nd. Of course, different classes, so Green in the Invitational class, Buckley in Class C, he takes it on there. Ian Dowler, I've got him as third over the line. I'm just wondering what happened to the Boltons, Ian and Chris. I'm trying to see. And they're not going into Parc Ferme either, it doesn't look like. They're heading straight off, straight back. So we're certainly not going to be able to get a chance to talk to them, unfortunately. You can see Carl Green's just gone underneath me there. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? So you're back with us now, and yeah, I understand Richard Buckley, your race winner then. Carl Green in second place, Ian Dowler in third, and your Class B victor. The cars, as you can see, I don't know if you... you were currently looking at... it must be John Gill, I think. I haven't seen 36 come back. You can see Roy Hiley just going back through. It would be nice if TSL worked properly today, wouldn't it? It really would. Ian Dowler, fantastic recovery drive. Let's recap this race then, shall we? We had a very, very dramatic start to the race. Lights out for the first time and into Paddock Hill. It's a dangerous corner, as we've seen a few times. Jack Chapman and Dave Nixon coming together, both out of the race. On the restart, Richard Buckley got a great start, didn't he? It was Ian Dowler who got bogged down and swamped from second down to eighth, but he came back. It says third with TSL. I'm going to have to get this clarified because I'm not convinced that's totally right. Dave Thompson, rather comically, is just... They're going through the tunnel at Paddock Hill to get to the outer paddock, and Dave Thompson has missed a turn in and actually started to go out the pit straight, out the pit lane. But he's having to reverse back up now and turn around. We've all done it, Dave. We've all done it. He's got that gorgeous John Player livery of the black and gold. In fact, Dave Thompson, I don't know if you can, probably can't pan down actually, he's going back into the paddock here, the inner paddock. Ross going through, he had a good fight as well. Managed to get past Tyler, Ross and Hiley had a fantastic battle. They really, really did. We believe there's a bit of oil on the track as well, so it's just going to take a bit of time to get all this stuff going. So just quickly, let's pop TSL back up onto the screen whilst it's still there. And you can see how things finished up, although I'm not totally convinced with that. I think we might have to just double check that. We will of course bring you the classifieds. There's another race to go as well, mixed in with the Metros. Race 2 was scheduled to get underway at 5 o'clock. It's probably going to be a little bit earlier than that now, but we almost come to the Metros. They will be out next, not just yet though. They've still got to recover. I think it's John Gill's car. John, if you are able to watch this back later and it's not you, I am very, very sorry. Fraser, looks like Fraser came into the pits. Elgood managed to get back past to finish 15th. So yeah, we've got a little bit of confusion. TSL have been playing up a little bit today. I don't criticise it too much because TSL's a fantastic tool, and really it makes what we do possible. I'm going to have a little look, see if I can slip to the commentary box actually. Sorry.
There's all sorts of real peculiarities on the island.
What to the Boltons?
We're not sure. That's gone all crazy or...
Yeah, you see bikes, you see bikes.
So yeah, I have just nipped into the commentary box here at the top of the media centre just to find out what happened to Ian and Chris Bolton, because it says 5th and 6th that Ian Bolton was definitely 3rd, and they are none the wiser as we are, unfortunately for that. And so we think Ian Bolton is in 3rd place. That would put Dowler down to 4th, and we think Chris Bolton finishing 5th. However, we're not sure. We're going to have to get that clarified for you. So yeah, big drama once again here. It's been a dramatic day so far at Brands Hatch for the MG Car Club. Qualifying a little bit earlier today, we had a red flag. We've had 2 red flags in this race as well. But that is motorsport. It's been energetic. It's been high energy. It hasn't been because of bad driving or anything like that. It's just been full of action, full of energy. And there's been some incredible driving. Richard Buckley holding off Carl Green. I mean, that was quite sensational. Ross, Tyler and Hiley, 8th, 9th and 10th. They were having a fantastic battle as well. Sorry, Tyler in 8th, that's Ross in 9th and Hiley in 10th. We've seen an exhibition of driving out there. It has been absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. One thing we do know though, Richard Buckley is your race winner.
If you want to start
So, with that, whilst they take the car away, I think it's time to stay live, as I said before, because we've got the next race coming up for you very, very shortly. We now move our attention to the very first race of the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup for 2022. We've been with the Metro Cup for quite some time, and at the top of the show we tried to play you a little video out, but we ran out of time. As I've said before, we just ran into a little bit of time. We weren't quite expecting things to get started so quickly. 3:05 this race was scheduled to start. It started at 2:30 instead for the MG Cup, so as you can tell we're quite a bit ahead of schedule, and it would be nice to know. So there you go. Right, now we do have a little video to play for you. This is our third season covering the MG Car Club, and what a ride, what a journey we have had. If you were with us at all last year, then you know how exciting, how much fun the racing is. We've got a little video to play for you now. Some highlights from 2021. Roll VT. Somebody bring me some water. Right, welcome back everybody. Yeah, what a year 2021 was, and I must offer my big apologies actually to John Gill. It was not John Gill at the bottom of Paddock Hill. I think actually it was Chris Bolton. You can see his car just coming through now, so apologies John. I just saw your name tumble down the TSL timesheets, and I was trying to put 2 and 2 together and coming up with about 48, unfortunately. Certainly not 84, which is actually Chris Bolton's number. So it's Chris Bolton who was having a great race, wasn't he? Maybe that's why TSL has gone a little bit awry, but yeah, it's Chris Bolton who was at the bottom of Paddock Hill, not John Gill. So John, big apologies to you. So Chris's car has now been recovered. So let's turn our attention to the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup, shall we? And let's pop the qualifying classification onto the screen for you so you can see how things finished a little bit earlier. So that's how your qualifying looks for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. It was a combined qualifying with the MG Cup, so it was jam-packed, it was exciting, it really was. But a lot of the drivers saying perhaps that's not a true reflection of the actual speed out there. Robbie Kennan, the man on pole position, his first pole position in the MG Metro Cup. Congratulations to Robbie. Mike Williams in second place, last year's MG Cup champ, now racing in the Metro Cup. Dick Trevette had a good qualifying session in third, but he thinks there's a bit more in the car. In fact, he even told us during our paddock walk he had a bit of an issue with the car. Mark Eales, last year's defending champion, what can he do? He's in fourth place. Tim Shooter in fifth. He picked up a pair of wins a year ago here at Brands Hatch. John Moore in sixth place. We know he's always got speed. Matthew Simpson in seventh. We spoke to him earlier. He said, Ian, I want to win. There you go. What more can you say? Richard Garrett in eighth place and Les Tyler in ninth. Terry Wood in 10th, Timothy Davis in 11th, Chris Savory in 12th, Neil Burnett in 13th. He's got a new engine in that car, watch out for Neil. Andrew Ewins in 14th, Kyla Birdseye in 15th. Unfortunately, Kyla's not going to start this race. An issue with the car has meant she's had to retire it early doors. She did say she was going to come up at here actually to the top of the media centre and maybe do some co-coms with me. I can't see you, Kyla. Stop watching the stream and come up here. So the track looks all clear to me. And I think it's now only a matter of time before we get the very first MG Metro Cup race of 2022. You can see everybody getting ready. The cars are over in assembly. And again, it's a nice grid of cars, isn't it? The race this afternoon is a mixed grid with the Cup and the Metros. That's going to be one to certainly watch. The Metros, the lead in pack, certainly as quick as the MG Cup cars. I imagine like they had last year, there'll probably be a 10-second or so delay between starts. But for this, it's a standalone race for the MG Metro Cup. I think safety cars pulled in. So safety cars in the pits, pulling in. And surely it's only a matter of time before we get going. Since 1992, the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup has been running. And what a championship, what a season. Everybody's got a story about a Metro, everybody. Tell us yours, comment below, we want to hear from you. Remember, we can see the comments. If we get a chance, we will read them out. Big thank you to Peter as well, by the way, for informing me of the which car it was for the MG Cup at the bottom of Paddock Hill. Rightfully so for me, it's not John Gill, it was Chris Bolton. So a bit of smoke down in the assembly area, isn't it? The car's beginning to fire up and make their way out onto the track. As I said before, we are well ahead of the schedule here. There's oil on the track. The flag for oil on the track is still out. That's the yellow and red flag with the stripes. That would, that's what tells you there's oil out on the track. So I'm just wondering whether we're going to have a little bit of a further delay yet. Whilst we're still waiting, we can tell you what we've got coming up for you this year as well, for the rest of this month. Still a lot of live action to bring you. Got a little graphic to show you now of what's still to come with us here at Live Sport now. Of course, here we are today at Brands Hatch for the MG Car Club. Tomorrow, we've got the 2020 Pro Tour live leaderboard. It's a big event on the 2020 Pro Tour in the Gulf. Then we've got a podcast, the Junior Golf Podcast, all about golf in Ireland. And then next weekend, delighted to say, we have the British University Handball Championships live for you, your enjoyment. Right, let's pop that image down because the cars are now making their way out on track. The oil flag is still out, just warning the drivers. So Robbie Kennan, Mike Williams, Dick Trevette, Mark Hills, Tim Shooter, John Moore, Matthew Simpson, Richard Garrett, Les Tyler, Terry Wood, Timothy Davis, Chris Sobey, Neil Burnett, Andrew Ewins. And we're getting a few beeps now. I think they can probably see us up here. It's a beautiful day. The sun is beating down now. The track probably in absolutely pristine condition, bar a bit of oil down there. Let's hope that doesn't cause too many issues. So they're on their formation lap now. Robbie Kennan, first pole position in the MG Metro Cup, made his debut last year. This must be only about his fourth race, I think. I'm sure somebody can tell me. But this must only be about his fourth race or so. It can't be many more than that, if any. Mike Williams in second place. Last year's MG Cup champion. He's come over to the Metro Cup. He's no stranger to the Metro Cup, of course. He wants to win as well. He also wants to have a good time. And I can tell you something, when you're with Mike Williams, you always have a good time. I mean, the livery on Robbie Kennan's car on pole is just something else, isn't it? It really is. And a bit of rallying, look, a bit of heritage throwing back to the days. Dick Trevette in the orange, Mark Eels with the bright yellow wheels, Tim Shooter there, white and green, John Moore, Matthew Simpson in the Tiger liveried Metro. Fantastic stuff, Richard Garrett there in the green and yellow. Now this is going to be an exciting race. It's almost time for lights out. Will we get it done in one go? Let's hope so. It's the fifth race here this weekend at Brands Hatch. It's the first race of the season for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. They're about to come up and line up now. I wonder how Robbie's feeling on pole position. Is he feeling a little bit nervous, do you think? It's got to be quite tough psychologically knowing that there's a bit of oil on the track. Are they going to be a bit tentative going into Paddock Hill? They're not the largest of tyres on these Metros. Mike Williams revving his engine. Is he trying to psych him out a little bit? Kenning's quite a way back from his box. He's moving forward now. Watch out for Eels as well. Number 1, Dick Trevette there, 96. Never rule him out. John Moore's quick. Tim Shute, if they're all quick, it could be anyone. It really, really could. I am starting to get goosebumps. This is going to be an absolute cracker if it's anything like the MG Cup. Ah, look who's with us.
Hello.
Kyla, you excited? You get nervous?
Yeah, absolutely bricking it.
Bricking it.
To be honest.
Yeah, we
I just
are.
ran up the stairs. Trying to get this because I got the camera started.
Oh, nice, nice. Right, here we go. Absolutely excited, yeah. Kyla Birdseye's joined us up here at the top of the media centre, and for the first time in 2022, it's time to go racing for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro. Come off, they go, and it's a great start for Ron Kennedy. Mike Williams get a little bit more down. Williams is going to try and go around the outside into Paddock Hill, but Dick Trevette's going to try and skip through the middle. Let's have a look, and does everybody get through? Lead everybody safely through Paddock Hills. They go up to the top of Druids. Mike Williams just holding on to second place. Eels is going to try and go round the outside. If he can make it stick, he might have an inside run down into Graham Hill, and he's just holding on to that position. Can Mark Eels just break a little bit later and take Mike Williams? He does, but is Williams going to bite straight back? Tim Shooter, Richard Garrett having a good battle there too. Matthew Simpson just holding back. He's dropped back. Les Tyler ahead of him now, and it's Kenning. And Dick Trevette has got past Williams as well, so Dick Trevette's flying as well. So Williams down from second, he's dropped down to 4th place on the opening lap here. Wonderful stuff indeed. Here we go. Lap 1 of the brand new 2022 season for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup draws to a close, and at the minute it's Robbie Kenning holding on to the lead, but he's got last year's champion nipping at the heels on him already. Eels is absolutely flying, and he's going to try and get a good run up the hill, maybe take the route into Druids. Oh, magnificent stuff. And Eels again, he's trying to do exactly what he did to Mike Williams. What can Kenning do? And he just shuts the door a little bit. Can Kenning hold on? Can he do what Richard Buckley did in the MG Cup? But no, oh no, oh, don't touch, chaps, and they don't. Great racing by them. Look at this, what a great battle. The top 4 here, wonderful stuff. We've got Kenning, we've got Williams, we've got Dick Trevette, and don't rule out Mike Williams either. Sorry, Eels too. Eels is really going for this. It's allowing Williams to really catch up, and Trevette as well. We're going to have a 4-way battle for this race. And I thought that looked like Eels kicked up a little bit of dust there. And Kenning just hold on to lead. He's going to go take the inside line, but Eels got so much straight line speed, hasn't he? Can he get it done? It's really difficult to get it down around the outside, and he can't. And I thought Kenning just looked like he got a little bit out of sorts in braking there. Can he make it stick? And Williams is back at Eels now. Could that help Kenning a little bit? Because Williams and Trevette are all over the back of Eels as well. What a magnificent race we have been treated so far. Oh, Dick Trevette gets kicking up a little bit of dust. That's going to cost him quite a bit of momentum down the Cooper Straight here. Oh, and Eels takes Kenning. So Eels does get the lead. Eels into the lead of the race. Last year's champion is in a familiar position. He's in the lead of the race. Mark Eels takes the lead. So Eels has the lead. He's got Mike Williams breathing down the back of his throat now as well. Dick Trevette's right in there too. Magnificent racing. So Eels, the new race leader, from Kenning, from Williams, from Trevette. John Borgo well in 5th place, and Gerard in 6th, Shooter in 7th, Tyler and Simpson in 9th, Wood in 10th. I can see Savoury coming over the line now in 11th, and then Burnett has got past Tim Davies. As Tim Davies got a problem, he's going quite slow. I think Tim Davies might have a problem. So Neil Burnett is up to 12th. Davies has definitely got a problem. I can hear his car, it sounds a little bit sick. And Andrew Ewins is about to get past him too. So we might have our first retirement soon from the race. Tim Davies looks like he's in a bit of trouble. And look at that. Dick Trevette now having a great go, and he's got past Williams. And Dick Trevette and Williams having a good ding-dong. This could still be absolutely anybody's race here. This is magnificent stuff. This is really, really entertaining motorsport. There might only be Metros, but my word, this is some of the best racing you're ever likely to see. Eels coming over the line. He's got the lead. Kenning in second. Trevette in third. Williams in fourth. Then we've got John, Richard Garrett, Tim Shooter, Les Tyler, bit of a gap then, Terry, and it was quite a lengthy gap to save Burnett, Day, Ewan saying, yeah, has got past Tim Davis, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Tim Davis pull into the pits now. Let's see, does he stay out or is he going to come in? And Davis stays out, which is great. We want him to stay. So I'm looking at Trevette, so I missed out whilst looking at the rest of the field. As you can see there, Trevette is now past Kennan. Kyla, your heart must be going crazy, right?
Yeah, Grandad seems to be getting to grips with the car, that's
He's
for
absolutely
sure.
flying, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm so glad. But we're not talking too soon. We'll just hope it finishes.
I can feel your nerves.
Yeah.
He's going to do great, don't you worry.
Battle.
Yeah, we must say, yeah. Kyla's just joined me, of course. She's got her dad and granddad racing, and she's more concerned about granddad. Dick Trevette, of course, in second place. Her dad is Rich Gerard, coming up towards Druids now. Eels in the lead. Dick Trevette in second. Robbie Kennan in third. Mike Williams in fourth. Then we've got John Moore. Then we've got Richard Gerard, Tim Shooter, and Les Tyler. They look like they're going to have a bit of a battle going on soon too. Tim Shooter's all over the back with Kyla's dad, Richard Gerard there. But unable to do anything just yet. Neil Burnett getting a bit closer to Chris Savoury as well. As I said before, watch out for Neil as this season progresses. He's getting more and more confident in that car every single year, and I think Tim Davis has said, right, that's enough. Tim Davis into the pits and more than likely out of this race. So Eels coming over the line, still your race leader. Dick Trevette in second place. Robbie Kennan comes under a bit of pressure from Mike Williams and Kennan in third, Williams in fourth. Is that going to allow John Moore into the mix as well with Gerard, Shooter and Tyler having a good, got a nice battle brewing as well between Simpson and Wood. That's worth to keep an eye on. And yes, Timothy Davis goes underneath my feet and he's out of the race. So we've got 13 and a half minutes of this race left to go. And what a cracking race this really is. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Eels in first place, not letting him go. I spoke to Dick in the paddock and he was a bit disappointed. He said he had a couple of issues with the car. There's more pace in it and he's certainly showing it, isn't he? He's an experienced racer. He knows what he's doing. Terry Wood now all over the back of Matt Simpson as well. That's the battle for 9th place. But as we resume our focus on first place, it is Mark Eels in the lead. Dick Trevette in second, Robbie Kennan in third, Mike Williams in fourth, then here comes John Moore. We've got Richard Gerard and Tim Shooter. It's tighter. That's worth time, by the way, as well. The quartet of drivers there. Hill, though. Right. So some fantastic battles forming here. Les Tyler now really close on Tim Shooter. He's dropped back a little bit from Richard Gerard as well. And I'd expect Wood to maybe find a way past Simpson perhaps sooner rather than later. So far it's Dick Trevette. He's got the fastest lap. That was on the last lap as well, a 58.504. However, it was also Mark Eels' fastest lap too. He did a 58. In fact, Eels has just done the fastest lap of the race, a 58.393. So he's wise to the competition. He's well aware that, hey, if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it too. So action, action, action. Kenning and Williams having a battle. Eels starting to get away a little bit from Dick Trevette, who's in second place, but the battle really is on for that final podium place between Williams and Kenning. And then we've got a lovely quartet fight going on between John Moore, Richard Gerard, Tim Shooter, Les Tyler. It's been in that order for quite some time, but any slip up will cause you to drop down the field quite quickly. And Simpson and Wood have been going at it for the entire race too. They're having a wonderful battle. Exemplary racing. We've still got 11 minutes of this race to go as well, and Neil Burnett has got past Chris Savoury, so Burnett really starting to find some confidence in the car too. Burnett he's gone up about 3 places in this race. We've lost Timothy Davis. There was an issue with a car, and Williams is trying to go round the outside of Kenning. Is he going to get a better run down as they head up the hill into Druids? Williams is going to be on the outside though, so can Kenning hold him off? How late can Williams brake? Kenning just holds him off as they go around Druids. And Trevette was nearly 0.3 of a second faster than Eels on that last lap. So whereas I said Eels was starting to pull away, Trevette said, Ian, I'm going to prove you wrong here. And he's going for him again. Ewan's just getting out of the way. It's just started to be lapped. Simpson's just still ahead of Terry Wood. Neil Burnett ahead of Chris Savoury, not really able to pull away. And Savoury and Burnett might be having a battle for the next 10 minutes, which would be thoroughly enjoyable to watch. So Eels comes back into my eye line, approaches Paddock Hill, down he goes. Trevette in second place. Kenning has just managed to take a bit of pressure off from Williams behind in 4th. John Moore in 5th. Richard Garrett closing though in 6th, and Tim Shooter in 7th. Les Tyler in 8th. We've got Simpson in 9th and Wood having a fantastic battle. And then Burnett, Savoury and Ewens, they are your runners. 13 runners, we had 14, we had 15 here in total. We've heard from Kylie Bertine, unfortunately, issue with a car, and she had to retire. She couldn't start the race. And Davis is sadly called into the pits as well. So we've got 13 runners at the minute, with just over 9 minutes left of this race to go. It's action-packed, it's been an absolute thriller, as was the MG Cup race. If you want to watch that back, please do, once this race is finished, because it was full of drama as Richard Buckley took the win in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. But here we are with the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. And Eels now with a 2.4 second lead. Williams again all over the back of Kenning. This is another fantastic fight. I've seen Kenning so far soaking up all of the Williams pressure. Well, what a great race we've been treated to. It's been a wonderful day so far. I'm delighted, so I'm going to do it again a little bit later too. And Williams now making his move on Kenning. He's surely going to get it done. He's got the inside line now. And finally, Williams gets past Kenning. Can Kenning fight back? It looks like he just got a little bit out of sorts, trying to line himself up for the corner. I think that might just allow Williams to pull away just a little bit now. Just as things just almost start to settle down. Dare I say that? Dare I say things are settling down a little bit? Probably not. I've got Neil Burnett coming around. He's just opened a bit of gap between him and Chris Savoury as well. And a battle that is has been ongoing throughout the race, but it's now starting to get quite critical. It is between Richard Gerrard, Kyle's dad, and John Moore. Gerrard's now all over the back of John Moore, who's in 5th place. That's the battle for 5th. And Kenning's not really allowing Williams to get away either. He wants that podium, doesn't he? So that fight is still on. There's still plenty going on. Simpson's still ahead of Terry Wood. They're the main battles on track right now. Now, I'm hearing a bit of drama. Someone's gone off. Oh no, who's that? Someone's gone off. Thank you, Leon. And I think it's Kenning. Oh no, it's Robbie Kenning. Oh no, I don't believe it. Robbie Kenning's off. Oh no, what a shame is that going to bring? It's quite a treacherous position, that as well. It's Robbie, yeah. Is that going to bring the safety car out? Surely we've got waved yellows. I mean, that position, it's double waved yellows. It's in the way, isn't it, really, where he's had to stop, unfortunately. Is that going to bring the safety car out, or is it going to bring a red flag out? I mean, so far it's just waved yellows. Yellows, we're still under racing conditions here at Brands Hatch. with 6 minutes of this race left to go. That is it. It's Eels from Trevette, Williams, Moore, Gerard, Shooter, Tyler, Simpson, Wood, Burnett, Savory, Kenning is out of the race. Ewins in 13th and Davis is out of the race. So that's just going to promote Ewins up to 12th place. So we've lost Davis and Kenning from this race, and unfortunately Kyler was unable to start the race. And we still, and a safety car, yeah, safety car is out, so safety car is out. Do you know what? If they can get that cleared in a few minutes, we could have a one-lap shootout here. That could be pretty exciting. So we are under safety car conditions. The cars are bunching up behind the safety car now. And we've got 5 minutes left on the clock of this race. How quick can they get that car recovered? If they can get it out the way quickly, then we could have a lap or two of racing action. And with the field suddenly bunched right back up again, we've seen Dick Trevette's pace. Could there be an upset on the cards? I think Mark Eels might be sat there thinking, oh no, come on. I've worked so hard to get a lead and it's just been wiped out. So Savory and Ewins have been promoted to 11th and 12th respectively. So Kenning out of the race, unfortunately. It was such a great race from Kenning up until that moment. Of course, qualified on pole position as well. His first pole position in the Metros. Wonderful, wonderful stuff indeed. Unfortunately, it's not ended how he wanted it to. Hopefully the car's not damaged, it's just beached, because there is another race later. And I'm sure he'll want to make amends for that. He was fighting with Mike Williams, had a great opportunity for a podium. Unfortunately out of the race, so has promoted Mike Williams to 3rd place. So it's Eels, Trevette, Williams, Moore, Gerard, Shooter, Tyler, Simpson, Wood, Savory. Oh, and Neil Burnett. Oh, where's Neil? He's in the pits. Neil Burnett's in the pits as well. He's just coming around. What a shame that is. Oh no, Neil's having a good race actually. Made up quite a few places in that race, but he's out unfortunately. So Neil Burnett is out of the race as well. So we're down to 11. As Kenning's car's removed. What have we got? Just over 3.5 minutes left to go. Can we get this going again? Great job by the marshals, by the way. They're already towing the car backwards. I think we're going to get a couple of laps in here. And the field is bunched right back up again. Trevette, Eels, what have you got, boys? Come on. A fight for the win could well be on. Oh, Neil's come back out actually. So Neil Burnett is not out of the race. He's dropped down to last place. He came through the pits, but his car's still going around the track. So Neil Burnett is back out on the track. So I'm delighted to say that. So we're back up to 12 runners now. 3 minutes on the clock. And we've got quite a few cars coming into the pits and we're not really sure why. Eels has come into the pits. Mark Eels, Chris Savory have driven into the pits here. What is going on? So Mark Eels, your race leader, he's pulled into the pits. He's handed the lead to Dick Trevette. Chris Savory's pulled in as well and joined him. And that hands the lead to Dick Trevette with 2 minutes left to go. Robbie Kenning's car has been cleared. I think at the end of this lap we're going to go racing again, surely. The track is clear. Surely the lights are going to go off. And Mike Williams is now up to 2nd place. So it's Trevette, Williams, Moore. So John Moore, who's been running 5th all race, has suddenly found himself in 3rd place. Probably can't quite believe he's about to get a podium, unless Richard Guerra can do something about it. He's in 4th. Tim Shooter's up to 5th. Tyler in 6th now. Simpson in 7th. Wood in 8th. Eels in the pits. We're not quite sure why. Lights still on the safety car, but surely it's going to come off. Yeah, lights have gone off the safety car, so we are going to go racing at the end of this lap. I'm just looking at the clock. We should get 2 laps in. We should get 2 flying laps in to end this race. And Robbie Kenning's back out as well. Yes, Robbie Kenning is back out on the track, as you can see. There he goes. So fortunately, no damage, just beached. and he's managed to get back out again. Fantastic stuff. So he will take the checkered flag. Safety car in. Dick Trevette leads everybody away. Here we go. Mike Williams in second place. It looks like John Moore might have had a good restart though. He's all over the back of Mike Williams. Trevette comes over the line in the lead. Williams and Moore going toe to toe. Safety car pulls into the bits. Off they go, and Trevette leads the race. We will get just about one more level. Oh, I don't believe Dick Trevette's gone off. Oh, unbelievable, he's gone off. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's leading the race, and he's gone off at the bottom of Paddock Hill. Oh no, what a shame. Oh, I don't believe it. And suddenly Mike Williams has found himself in the lead, and they're probably going to call the race here. I imagine they'll bring the checkered flag out and red flag this one. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock. We've got waved yellows on the pitch straight here. Dick Trevette gets out, he'll be absolutely furious. Oh, what a terrible shame that is. And it's going to be Mike Williams. Are they going to pull the race here? Are they going to bring the checkered flag out? Surely. And they are. Safety car comes out, checkered flag falls, and it's Mike Williams who takes the most surprising of race wins. John Moore takes second place, Richard Garrett in third, Tim Shooter in fourth, Matt Simpson in fifth, Terry Wood in sixth. Sorry, Les Tyler in fifth, Simpson in sixth, Wood in seventh. Trevette's tumbling down the order, unfortunately. What a real shame. Let's see if we can get ourselves down to Parc Fermé to see and try and digest what we've just seen here. We had huge drama with the MG Cup. We've just had huge drama with the MG Metro Cup. I'm not sure really what's happened, to be honest. Poor old Mark Hills was leading the race for so long, pulled into the pits under the first safety car, and then Dick Trevette on the restart went straight on into the gravel at Paddock Hill. Let's just pop TSL up onto the screen so you can see how things have finished according to TSL, and I'll take a breath. Well, that's how things have finished according to TSL. I'm not too sure sort of how accurate that is right now. I mean, we're just going to have to let everything digest a second. It's been a whirlwind so far. We're just going to make our way down to Parc Fermé. We'll see if we can catch up with some of the drivers. We will be doing this later as well for the MG Cup, so if you are wanting to hear from the MG Cup drivers, you will. We will catch up with them a little bit later. Please don't worry, we haven't forgotten. Well, what did you make of that? Tell us, comment below. We want to hear from you. Cheers, guys. Yeah, that was drama of the highest order. Yeah, as you can see, we're just making our way up. We'll leave TSL up on the screen just for a minute. We're just walking the back of the garages actually here at Brands Hatch in the inner paddock, of course. Well, if you enjoyed that and you want to find out more about either the MG Cup or the Metro Cup, then there's a link to both of their websites in the body of this broadcast. Do give it a click, find out more about racing with MG, really. You don't even have to be a driver if you just want to get involved and find out a way to get involved. Then it's a very nice place to be. You'll always be welcome. And if you want to watch live sport in 2022, best place to do it, our YouTube channel, Live Sport Now. We bring you live motorsport, as you can see here, live from Brands Hatch. We've got a busy season for you. We've got live golf, live handball, and live football to bring you to. So it's going to be quite a dramatic year indeed. It's live, it's free, it's in HD, it's Live Sport Now. It's a link to our YouTube channel. Give it a click, hit subscribe, and you can enjoy all the MG action with our exclusive behind the scenes content that you just don't get anywhere else. Make sure you do go back and watch our paddock walks as well. They are quite something to tune in and watch. Right, let's pop TSL down because we're coming up to the Parc Fermé now, and hopefully we can get in. Bit of a walk for us, you see. We have to walk the entire length of the track, of the pitch straight. Can't we invent a racetrack that just has a commentary box in? Mike Williams has got a big smile on his face. He wants to win. Well, congratulations, Mike. I mean, I've got a clue.
I told you I wanted to go out in the back and just have a bit of fun. And I didn't expect the race win, to be fair. I mean, that was a whole host of circumstances. Robbie and I were having a great battle, which just gave us no chance of catching the leaders, to be fair. But hey, fate's weird, isn't it?
It's incredible.
What happened with Mark?
I don't know, just came in the pits.
Okay.
I can only assume he had a car issue. And then
yeah, but someone followed him in, and then I
Chris
was like...
Avery followed him in, yeah.
I'm not like, no, I'm not doing this. This doesn't seem right to me. So I stayed out. Then I thought, right, I'm going to... Oh, Dick here now. This is my moment. And he run off out the fight, bless him.
Just like...
I tell you what, that slide he had on, I wouldn't have liked to have got that. It was one way, other way.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
We caught it as
but
well.
I had a quick look and he was out the car okay. So
yeah, we saw him walk away. He's okay.
Yeah.
Probably, you know, it's a bit... Well, I can't imagine what it's like. You've got to... well, you could probably tell me.
No, what did I tell you earlier? I've come to have fun, and like that was pretty much fun, wasn't it?
Just, I need some new pants. I don't know about you, but well done, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, quality.
No, it was not nice upstairs.
Matt, what on earth happened there? What's going on out there?
It's crazy, wasn't it?
Imagine you and Terry having a great battle, weren't you?
Yeah,
it was great to
brilliant
watch.
fun. Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, really
Terry, we're just saying, you and Matt, you're having a cracking battle for us out there.
His experience definitely showed there, didn't it? Your racecraft was bang on, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
I tried everything I possibly could to get past him, and you know, I could see where I was quicker coming in Graham Hill. I was about that far off his bumper.
Yeah.
We didn't make contact or nothing, and then it was about the same going through Surtees. He had me around clear roads and down the straight and around paddock, but just couldn't get past him. You know, experience definitely paid dividends there.
Look at him, Xavier. He's too cool, wasn't he? He's too cool. Cheers, guys. Well done. Let's go have a quick chat with Robbie and find out what happens.
And as I've done it, it's offset the car, and I've tried to correct it rather than...
It was a slide.
Yeah, it was just a slide.
Because I looked in the mirror, I'm like,
I ran out of talent.
where is it?
I just purely ran out of talent. So
It's a very honest assessment, Robbie, but it was a great race, though, wasn't it?
it was fun. I tried holding this man up as long as I could, and I thought, no, I'm going to chase you for a bit now because we're getting further away. But that
Well,
was good.
commiserations, but also congratulations, because I was delighted when I saw you coming back out.
Yeah, I
though,
managed to finish,
yeah.
so points in the bag, just not where I wanted. But
Got to do it all again later, though, mate.
yeah, it's
Well
not
done.
back now.
Never mind. Right, we're going to have to go actually because, believe it or not, there's not a huge gap between the next races. So really hope you enjoyed that from both the MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Congratulations to Richard Buckley for the MG Cup win and Mike Williams for winning the MG Metro Cup race. We will be back live for race 2 though. It's a joint grid. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be exciting. Don't go too